Welcome back, and in our sports news in football, Carlos Tevez has been fined 4 weeks' wages by Manchester City after being found guilty of misconduct during last month's Champions League tie at Bayern Munich. City said in a statement following a disciplinary hearing that the Argentine international had committed 5 separate breaches of contract. They included an obligation to participate in any matches which the player is selected to play when directed by a club official. Tevez was also given a written warning over his future conduct on Tuesday, and City have written to the Professional Football Association for ratification of the fine. Meanwhile, Chelsea were charged by the FA for the behaviour of their players during their weekend defeat to Queen's Park Rangers, in which they had 2 sent off. The governing body has also written to manager Andre Villas-Boas to demand an explanation of his post-match comments about referee Chris Foy. Relating to a separate incident in a bad-tempered match, Villas-Boas said the club fully backed captain John Terry, who has seriously denied racially abusing Queen's Park Rangers defender Anton Ferdinand.
I mean, he's put out this statement, and we fully back John. John is a player who represents this country to the highest level internationally. I mean, he is a player of great responsibilities for the country, and is confident about it.
Manchester United beat League Two Aldershot Town 3-0 in the League Cup 4th round on Tuesday to begin the road to recovery after their humiliating 6-1 defeat by Manchester City on Sunday. Nicely crafted first-half goals by Bulgarian Berbatov and Michael Owen underlined the visitors' dominance. Manchester United made it 2-0 4 minutes from the interval when Berbatov set up Owen to drill the ball in past Aldershot goalkeeper Ross Warner. Antonio Valencia's stunning strike on 48 minutes put the result beyond any doubt. And in motorsports, the Formula One teams are setting up operation at the Buddha International Track just outside New Delhi as they prepare for the first Indian Grand Prix on Sunday. The track is an unknown quantity for most teams. It was inspected and given final approval in September, so the track has not been covered by rubber from the squealing tyres of other cars. There are hills and dips and tricky changes. Each lap, the car climbs 14 metres above the lowest point, and the 5.14-kilometre track has a long straight designed to aid overtaking. Track designer German Tilke estimates a lap will take the cars about 1.2702 minutes and an average speed of 210 kilometres per hour.
You know, it's not until you actually run cars on the circuit that you can get a perfect idea of what they've done. But all indications are for an interesting race. So all in all, they're going to have 3 sets of soft tyres to run on the Friday and 1 of the hard. The reasons for that are that we believe the race will be actually run with the soft tyre. Being a new circuit, the more time they get with that tyre, the easier it will be for them to adapt.
Meanwhile, New Jersey will host a round of the Formula One World Championship from 2013. The state governor, Chris Christie, confirmed on Tuesday. The US has not hosted a Formula One race since Indianapolis in 2007, but is scheduled to stage a Grand Prix at Austin, Texas from next year.
It's great to be able to see that in June of 2013, Formula One will be here for 3 days, a 3.2-mile road race right here at Port Imperial in the Palisades in West New York and Weehawken. And you can expect upwards of 100,000 people to attend each race over the 3 days, beginning with practice on Friday, the qualifier on Saturday, and then the race on Sunday.
And finally, in our sports news, car fanatics from around the region enjoyed an adrenaline-packed test drive experience as the AMG Performance Tour returned to the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi this week. The latest Mercedes AMD Powerhouse V8 engines were powered around the world-class Yas F1 track with technical advice from experts into each twist and turn. Some of the latest models included the C63 AMG, the C63 AMG Coupe, the CLS 63 AMG, as well as the SLS models. Test drivers were also treated to a spot of nighttime driving, as well as a sneak peek of the new SLS AMG Roadster, which was launched in Frankfurt last week. And finally this evening, Belgian adventurers are planning to harness the wind in their attempt to set a new world record for the longest non-motorised expedition across Antarctica. The pair hope to travel more than 6,000 kilometres in 100 days, using kites to pull them along to break the current record of 4,800 kilometres. Their route will take them in a 6,000-kilometre loop from a Russian research station to the South Pole, before returning across uncharted territory. In the right conditions, they could travel up to 300 kilometres a day.
We strongly believe that we can beat this record because we've now experimented with daily averages, and we can go much beyond the 60 kilometers average per day. We've developed a kite that can harness the winds that are at altitude higher up. So it's a very light foil, huge kite, 50 square meters, that goes up as you pull it in the air, running into the wind, and then slowly it will climb and hopefully find those layers of more wind.
And with that, let's take a look at the local and international weather forecast for tomorrow. And before we head out, here are the top stories again. Ruler of Dubai arrives back from the funeral of Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince. The GCC economies are in a good position, says the IMF. And Thailand announces a 5-day break to escape floods. Well, that brings us to the end of the bulletin. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can write to us at news@city7tv.com or by calling us on 04 367 2230. From the entire news team, it's goodbye for now.